All right, guys. Hope you are doing well. So, welcome to a new video of Growth Traders. So, in this video, we are going to have a look at our index. So, yes, this week is complete, and it is a great time to analyze the price action for the upcoming week and plan our trade setups. Okay, so let's get started without further delay. Now, I would like to point out one thing from this mark, right? So observe the price action from here to here, right? Right when this downtrend started, we are actually witnessing something common, right? So this is actually a very important thing to understand, right? From here, each time, I'll remove this line again because it covers my content. You can see here from 4th January, right? From 4th of January, right? You can see here that in the initial market minutes, right? In the first 20 to 30 minutes, there is a strong selling, right? This is the selling I'm talking about, that either continues or the price turns sideways and eventually recovers, right? So in the first few, in the initial market hours, there is a strong selling, and in the later market hours, right around the time of 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., there is a strong recovery, right? You see the 5th of January, similar trend, right? Although the selling was quite strong here, but there is a recovery, right? Again selling, again recovery, right? So this is a common pattern we are observing for the few sessions, for the past few sessions, right? On 9th of January, it was a bit different because the initial selling was not that strong. It was just a small gap filling. Now I will come to it why there was a small change in the pattern, right? On our next day, that is 10th of January, the same pattern continued again. There is a very strong selling initially, but eventually the price recovers. Even on the last two trading sessions, there was the similar kind of a pattern which we observed in the index of Bank Nifty. Right now, if you had a look at the FII's number of their institutional activity, right? They have been selling in the range of 2000 to 3000 CR for the last few trading sessions, especially from the 4th of January, right? Now, this was the day on the 9th of January, they sold only 200 crore, right? So, this was the day where their activity was a bit different. I hope you are able to understand what I'm trying to convey here. That FIIs, if were to assume something here, the initial selling in, especially in Bank Nifty, could be due to the activity of the FIIs, right? So yes, they are selling in huge quantity, and that is the reason why the market is on a weak downtrend. It is not a strong downtrend. Why? Because this support has still been maintained, and eventually today there was a decent enough up move, right? But it was not that strong. If you had a look at the DII numbers, then you should also understand here that this recovery that we are observing in the later market hours, that is most probably due to the activity of the domestic institutional investors, that is the DIIs, who are buying in decent enough quantity, and the rest of the movement is contributed by, of course, the retailers and the operators, right? So that is how it is working, especially in Bank Nifty. In the initial, in the first 1 hour of the market, there is a strong selling going on here and there, right? Now this selling, it was not, what I mean to convey here is that the FII started selling aggressively for the last few sessions, right? We have the budget ahead, and we have the results of the banks coming in. We can't really say why they are selling as such. Probably, there is a speculation that since the inflation in the US markets have cooled down, right? US and European markets, right? So there could be a reallocation of their capital, uh, where the money is being moved from the Indian markets, which are actually overvalued as compared to those markets, right? I'm talking about the US and the European markets. So yes, that could be a scenario that is taking place right now. We are not sure what is exactly happening, but yeah, considering the numbers, considering the price action, that is why what we are observing now. Just ignore the institutional activities or the economic conditions as of now. Technically what we are observing is that in the first half of the market, right, there is a selling going on, right, and this selling is absolutely trending. This is what we like to capture, right? So just try that. This is actually the trade plan for the upcoming sessions as well, right? If we get a trending fall in the first half of the market, right, just trade it. In most cases this movement is going to sustain. You can see here the movement has sustained, here the movement has sustained, right, here to here to here to, all right. So on most of the trading session, there was a fall of at least 150 to 200 points, right, if not 300 to 400 points, right. So this initial selling pressure could definitely benefit you all, especially if this pattern of buying and selling continues, right. Although it has to be noted that price has eventually managed to sustain above this support area, and if the price manages to sustain a 40 to 300 in the upcoming sessions, then we could obviously witness a further movement till at least the mark of this level. Now what I am trying to say here is this is a very strong resistance. See the selling from here, right? It has been absolutely devastating, right? This is where the deadly sellers are present, and if by chance bank nifty again happens to go to this region, I am pretty sure the FIIs will sell in huge quantity from here, right? So this could be a potential trade setup if the price still manages to sustain above this marks and eventually head higher. Then this is the major resistance, this is the sell on rise condition where we are going to apply to, right? So obviously bank nifty is at a very weird scenario as of now. The trend is not clear, right? That is why I'm saying in the first half there is a kind of selling going on that can be captured, right? But to be honest, I don't really care about what the DIIs are doing, because uh, the market, the major the money that controls the market is the foreign inflows, isn't it? So whatever trend the market is going to attend, right, it is eventually going to be the FIIs who are controlling it, right? So be at the best of the recovery in the second half. If we are able to capitalize this first half selling properly, then we can definitely make some good money, right? Now the issues with first half trading is probably the stop loss would be a bit big. The volatility is going to be huge. You can see here market has been very much volatile. It has been making zigzag movements, right, throughout this range, right? So that is a point of concern. We are not really having a very smooth market as of now, especially the index, right? So safe players can definitely avoid this if we don't really get a trending kind of a day, right? So this market has been in a range, right? This is a range of about 900 points. So this is where the markets have been consolidating. If I show the weekly time frame, you can see that the bank nifty has made a proper doji candle, right? This says that there is a tug of war kind of a condition that is going on here. That is, even if you look at the chart of nifty, a similar kind of a price action is observed here as well, where the nifty is trading at the 21 period exponential moving average. It has made a proper doji candle. The volumes have also been increasing for the past few sessions. Now Today is 13th of January, right? So the next session, the next Monday, right, the upcoming trading session is from what, from 16th, isn't it? So 16th to 22nd, right? I feel that the volatility is going to increase. Why? Because the budget is nearing, and you also have the results of the HDFC Bank, right? And that is going to get factored in on Monday, right? So again, HDFC Bank, if I open that chart for you, right, so it is definitely going to play a major role, especially in the upcoming trading sessions. Now if I show you the chart of the hourly time frame chart, this is what you have to keep in mind here. The price did give a movement on the downside, but eventually it got recovered. But if you know what was to be considered here is if the price was, if this was actually a proper false breakdown, then we could have witnessed a strong recovery, right? But that is not the case, right? The price has retraced back to this resistance zone, and it has not been able to sustain above it. If the price somehow managed to sustain above the 1610 mark, then we could say that yeah, it could head higher, as a assumption, as a prediction for the upcoming few trading session. But since it has rejected and gave a closing below this mark, so probably the results, I don't know if the results are not that great, right? If it fails to impress the bulls, then there could be a selling, right? So please take that into consideration. My view on the market remains, the overall market remains bearish. Okay, why? Because the FII numbers are not that great. Okay, so yep, I obviously give more importance to what the foreign investors are doing, as opposed to all other conditions, because you have seen that market trend is obviously decided by them, right? From the last, you know from the month of October 2021, right? We have observed a strong selling by the FIIs, and that has taken the market down from the highs, isn't it? So if they feel that yep, they are going to reallocate the money, thanks to the Indian market being overvalued or trading at a premium, then there is a possibility of the markets going down, right? So that is the overall view on the market. If I were to talk about sector based rallies, so yes, we are actually getting them, especially CNX metal, that is Nifty metal. This is doing well, right? Each day we get a rally in the metal stocks. You can see Vedanta, I took a trade on this day, so you can see here that we did manage to get one good movement, although the price did not break this high, but eventually it is going to do that on in the upcoming sessions. You can see all the metal stocks are doing well, whether it is Hindalco, whether it is Tata Steel, whether it is Hind Copper, right? If I open the chart of Hindustan Copper, this is actually doing really well. This is what it has formed, right? So look at the daily time frame. It is sustaining above a major resistance zone and looks like it will head higher from here, right? So everything is looking great when it comes to the metals. If you also look at the FMCG stocks, right? So FMCG is also probably doing decently well, although the chart does not reflect that. But stocks like Britannia has done quite well today. If I open the chart, you can see here this is also looking decent enough, although it has given a decent pullback from the high, right? If you look at the IT stocks, this is actually doing very well, to be honest. IT is doing really strong. You can see this kind of a candle forming up. The results of HCL Technologies got announced today, and look at the daily candle it has formed. It is absolutely massive. Look at the hourly time frame. Although there was a strong selling initially, right? It opened gap down, right? There was a quick movement, there was a lot of volatility, but look at the recovery from here, right? So I went long at around this mark 1068 and was able to capture a nice movement till here, right? uh, if you look at the hourly time frame chart again, so look at this. The price is, if I connect these three lines, these 2 points, right, there is a range being created here, and you can actually trade this movement of this gap getting filled. So yes, above today's high, the price can easily reach the mark of 1100 on an intraday or a positional basis. Just try to trade this, because this is the kind of exhaustion gap we observe, right? This is a very strong movement on the upside, right? There was a very strong buying. Look at the volumes. It was an absolutely amazing closing in the HCL Technologies, right? And especially in the whole IT sector. If you look at Infosys, they also came out with the results on the previous day. Look at the kind of a movement it has made from the lows, right? So everything looks really great when it comes to the IT sector. Don't know when it can go wrong, because IT changes its behavior quite often these days. It is becoming like, the our metal sector that does wonders when it comes to volatility. So yes, keep an eye on them. If you happen to get some good intraday momentum, then there is definitely a possibility of a good upward movement in all the stocks, right? So IT is doing decently well. It is one of the most positive sectors as of now, right? So that is also a point to be noted. But yep, thanks to the FIIs being the sellers, I don't really think that the market is going to head much higher. Look at this chart of Nifty. It is a downtrend that has been created. If I if I roughly show you the direction, so this is the kind of a downtrend we are looking at in Nifty, right? So this is what. Now again, there could be a reversal from around this region from today's high, and the market can head downwards. So again, the overall view for the upcoming week, remains bearish. If the price manages to break this resistance, right, then there could be a fall till 17,500. Yes, I have said the same thing on the last video, but I'm still bearish. And you have seen that the price, there was multiple attempts from the peers to eventually crush this support, but each time the bulls have somehow managed to defend it. But look at these highs, guys. They are lowering, and eventually, probably after the formation of a few more highs, we are going to witness a nice breakdown. That is a technical perspective. But again, you have the budget coming in, so I don't think this fall is going to sustain for long, because especially on our budget, there is the budget, the price is known to give a good up move, right? So let's see how the markets turn out in the upcoming week. On Monday, we have the results of HDFC Bank getting factored into the market. So definitely keep an eye on Bank Nifty and the HDFC Bank, right? Especially also the HDFC, right? HDFC has also formed a similar kind of a price action like that of HDFC Bank. Both are trading near a resistance zone. So, yes, that is one thing to consider. Right. So, hope you guys had some insights on our market. Hope this video helped to plan out your intraday trade execution for the upcoming week. See you guys in our next video. If you want to join our free Telegram channel where we update about the market, we post some good trade setups that do absolutely well. If the criteria is made, then definitely consider joining the link that is given in the description. It takes only one click to join, right? So definitely be a part of it. Also, if you want to join our live batch for the month of January, you have the contact details in the description. All right, guys, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.